Hey, welcome back, guys. Now that is how you kick off a series. Raising Kanan's debut episode came with all of the nostalgia and violence as promised by the trailers, but also perfectly set up Power's greatest villain origin story. I'm here to break it all down in typical top 10 WTF fashion. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. Lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. WTF moment number 10. Deal with them or deal with me. The series introduced us to an adolescent Kanan being bullied for his money during his first scuffle at the park. Kanan ran home from the bullies to his mother, who filled a sock with D batteries and forced her son to be their predator or her prey, stating that, "You either deal with them or you deal with me, but ain't nowhere to run when it come to me." Heeding his mother's warning, Kanan viciously retaliated against his former attackers, regaining his losses and earning something he'd never had for the first time: respect in the streets. WTF moment number 9, the test. Contrary to the nearly singular street interest that Kanan maintained in Book 1, Book 3 depicts him as much more of a scholar than we've been led to believe. Kanan is urged by his principal and mom to take the Stuyvesant test, an exam that will place Kanan in an upper echelon environment and provide him with greater opportunities. Though more than capable, Kanan has reservations about leaving his mom behind, even in the name of personal advancement. WTF moment number 8, diner warning. Kanan and his family share a meal at a nearby diner, a weekly ritual. Once outside, a mysterious car rolls past, shooting recklessly into the air and causing our group to scatter for cover. Before the car can completely flee, however, Kanan identifies one of the culprits as Buck, a kid from his school who currently holds the affections of his crush, Davina Harrison, and Kanan's envy as a result. WTF moment number 7, the parlay. Rock meets with Unique in what is certain to be the first of many sessions to confront the young kingpin on the prior shooting and sort out territory details. She also made it known that weakness would never be an option in their interactions, offering him thinly veiled warnings for any future attacks. WTF moment number 6, medium well. Rock did say she wasn't the one, didn't she? Hugo's new publicist is in the midst of getting her cheeks clapped, but is interrupted by a strange odor. Upon checking it out, she found her dog Bella in the microwave oven, literally cooking alive, much to the owner's terror. WTF moment number 5, throne assignment. Kanan finally makes it to the big test day. Though initially intrigued by the options provided by a successful score, the mounting pressure against his mother, coupled with the opinions of his peers, caused Kanan to purposely botch the test in order to remain close to home and assist Rock in her affairs. WTF moment number 4, Ebony and Ivory. Jukebox meets with a special friend from choir, and the two spend some quality time together. During their exchange, Juke's friend deems her pretty and even attempts to make a move. However, still fleshing out her own feelings and urges, Juke is somewhat apprehensive. Her friend then holds her hands in emotional support, comforting Juke through the awkward initiation. WTF moment number 3, Murder 1. Kanan discovers that Buck and other associates of Unique are violating the recent truce by selling dope on Rock's corners. Having already chosen his mother's interests above all else, Kanan decides to take matters into his own hands by acquiring a gun and confronting the violators personally. Without so much as a word, Kanan and his partner Wiz up bangers and blast the perpetrators, executing Buck. Shaken by the life-altering event, Kanan takes a final glance at his dying adversary before fleeing the scene. WTF moment number 2, retaliation. Following a heated exchange in the aftermath of Kanan's first murder and major blunder, he is attacked outside of his mother's home while taking out the trash. Hearing the gunshots, Rock storms to her baby's aid and shoots back at the assailants. Kanan is thankfully unscathed, but his decision to move unadvised subsequently cost his mother more money and territory at Unique's behest. And WTF moment number 1, you in it. Rock takes Kanan on a late-night excursion to a desolate beach. She gifts him with a gun and instructs him closely on how to use it for his own protection. After some motherly wisdom on the dangers of the life he's chosen, she accepts her son's fate and seemingly decides that the best course of action is to cultivate his underworld sensibilities in order to protect him. I wonder where we've seen that before. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. The three pillars of Kanan's development, Marvin, Lulu, and Rock, represent the three sides of his vast criminal personality. Marvin is his brutish, reckless side. Lulu serves as his calculated side, and the few glimpses of compassion and strength directly reflect that of his mother, Rock. It's going to be interesting to see how each character's personality evolves, and how said evolution will further shape Kanan's growing persona. As wild as it is to comprehend, Kanan, like Ghost after him, had a choice between higher education and the underworld, choosing the latter. Though surprising that Kay was a mini scholar, what's not is the fact that he was sharp. Kanan's mind is what propelled him in the streets during Book 1, constantly scheming and plotting for personal gain. And there's rarely an efficient hustler whose mind doesn't operate cerebrally. Jukebox Choir introduction was a poetic one. When you revisit Book 1, Season 4, you'll remember that Juke and Tariq had an exchange about her prowess as a singer. When Tariq compared Juke's singing to Tasha's, she chillingly proclaimed that, "Your mama couldn't touch me." Seeing the roots of that quote made that scene, and her life for that matter, hit very different. While we're on Juke, her and Kanan's interactions in this pilot were so genuine that it's almost bittersweet. Understanding how it ended between them damn near chokes you up, and that's something that will likely intensify as the series progresses. We know Jukebox had a girlfriend in the original series, and her affections towards her choir partner are a preface to those inclinations. Keep in mind that Kanan once said that her father put her out due to her sexuality, so there's some major heartbreak on the horizon as this prequel continues to unfold. Interestingly enough, Duke's father Marvin does state in this episode to quote, "Never give up on family." That line will surely hold much weight in due time. Is it just me, or are you guys getting major Ghost vibes from Rock's love interest, Symphony Basket? Remember, Ghost's father did predate his son's club ambitions, and it wouldn't be far-fetched for him to have bartended prior to opening his own establishment. Plus, Rock did say she loves a man with big ideas, and no one had bigger ideas than the Ghost Man. He could be a chip off the old block in this regard. Just a thought. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this though. And finally, in Rock's final confrontation with Neek, she stresses that quote, "Kanan's not in this," to which he replies, "Kanan's you and Defcon's boy. That nigga been in this shit before he was even in this shit." What makes this point relevant is the realization it brought her to, contrary to the delusion that Ghost and Tasha maintained about their children being separate from drug activity. As long as you belong to the underworld, then so do your offspring just by association alone. Tasha grew to understand this, Rock quickly accepted this, and Ghost never could, which played into his demise. A great caveat by the writers to give us insight into a much broader point. And that'll do it for this one. What did you think of Raising Kanan's pilot episode? Be sure to drop me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.